Decoding meaning across cultural. Hello everybody, my name is Felipe Alejandro Tapia Ruiz. Today I want to talk about a very important use that affects global communication. The challenge we face when people for different cultures speak English with different accents, idioms, and communication styles. This is not just a linguistic problem, it is also a cultural one. Understanding these different can help us build a stronger connection and avoid misunderstanding. So, what can we do to overcome these challenges? The first strategy is active listening. The means paying close attention, not only to the words, but also to the tone, the contents, and the speaker intention. Instead of focusing on the accent, we should focus on the missions. Active listening requires patience and respect because communication is not a race, it is a shared process. The second strategy is paraphrasing and clarification. If, if we do not understand something, we can politely ask, "Do you mean?" or "Could you explain that in another way?" This shows interest and avoids exclusions. Asking for clarification is not a weakness, it is a sign of maturity in communication. The third strategy is using neutral and clear vocabulary. When we are part of multicultural group, it is better to avoid slang and idioms that may not be understood by everyone. Instead, we can use simple, direct expression. For example, instead of saying "That's a piece of cake," we can say "That's very easy." This reduces confusion and makes communication more inclusive. The fourth strategy is awareness of non-verbal communication. Gestures, facial expression, and pause can help us understand meaning beyond words. However, we must also remember that nonverbal signals vary across cultures. A gesture that is positive in one country might be offensive in another. Therefore, we need cultural sensitivity and the ability to interpret signals carefully. Finally, let's us reflect on the positive side. Different accents and styles are no problems to they eliminate. They are opportunities. They enrich word communication. When we embrace diversity, we learn new ways of expressing ideas. We develop tolerance, and we both brace between cultures. Scottish idioms, and Indian pronunciation, and American Islam parenting, or Nigerian readings all of the add colors and reach to the English language. They remind on that English is not wanted be uncultural. It is global tool for connection. In conclusion, the solution to this communication problem is not to force everyone to speak in the same way, but to develop intercultural exchanges, active listening, paraphrasing, clarification, neutral vocabulary, and sensitive to nonverbal signals. By practicing the strategies, we can transform misunderstanding into learning spaces and inclusion into inclusion. Communication across cultural is not always easy, but it is always valuable. And when we second success, we don't know only ancient words, we ancient respect, empathy, and humanity. Okay, thank you very much.